If you're someone who feels fatigued and tired or different when a new season is coming, if you're someone who feels joint pain when the weather gets really cold, or you're just feeling really tired when the weather changes and whatnot, quickly, rapidly, then by all means, you might be a weather sensitive individual or what some like to call meteopathy. Let me break this down for you. So, weather sensitive individuals are people that are very sensitive to weather, people that are sensitive not just to the heat, the cold, but more than that. Let me give you an example. One day you feel completely fine. Then out of nowhere, you're drained, your head feels heavy, fatigued, tired, mood is off, you can't focus, your sleep's even disturbed. All of a sudden, all these things are happening. Nothing in your life changed, no stress, no bad news, nothing, but the body just feels different. This is known as weather sensitivity or myopathy, and it means your body reacts to changes in weather. Pressure dropping before a storm, hot to cold overnight, dry to humid weather, and of course, calm weather, then all of a sudden a storm's coming in. A lot of people don't notice it, but some people feel it immediately. It's kind of like they know something before it's going to happen, and your body will just struggle with adjusting to it. Now, here are some signs, of course, of being weather sensitive. So, not during the storm, but before it, the weather tends to drop. You might feel heavy feeling in the body, head. You might have some brain fog, or of course, even headaches. This could happen during thunderstorms and really any severe storm. So that's a sign. Another one is when you have sudden temperature drops. These will make you feel super sluggish and drained. So if it's 70 degrees and then it shoots down to like 40, you might be having that drained, sluggish, you're off mentally feeling. I think a lot of people are dealing with that now because the weather has been so rough the last few months. A lot of people have really struggled with, the current weather we've been having, where it's 70 degrees, 30 degrees the next day. And of course, we had one of the craziest storms of the century. A winter storm a few months ago was wild. It was really wild. And of course, there's been really hot weather in other areas. So this weather has been so different. And weather really does have an impact on people. But a lot of us feel different. You might have random fatigue out of nowhere, low energy. You might not feel yourself. You will have mood shifts with the weather. Cloudy days, you might feel anxious. You might feel off and less motivated. You'll have more sinus pressure, might even feel dizzy when the weather changes significantly. And obviously, when around seasons like spring and fall, those ones tend to be the big one. And it's not just pollen and things like that, but it's really a lot of pressure. You'll be feeling sinus pressures and dizziness and things like that. Um, Even if you woke up right, even if everything was good, you're still going to be feeling that tiredness, unrestedness, and mentally foggy. So the big question is who, like, why is it happening? Right? Like, why? Your body is constantly trying to stay balanced. When the weather changes fast, it has to adjust fast. That'll mess with blood flow, your sinuses, and your nervous system. Especially when the pressure drops quickly, the temperature swings hard, and storms are moving in. But let's just say you're already a stressed out person, you got a job, you're stressed out already, you got messed up sleep, right? Mental overload, everybody playing on their phones, right? They got that mental overload, consuming so much content these days and everything. I mean, it's you're gonna feel really strong. So it is definitely not easy. So that is why it happens. Who is this hitting the most? Who is the most targeted people throughout this? So basically, people that already have a lot of anxiety, people that are mentally fatigued, people who already have health issues are going to struggle with this even more. Not getting deep sleep alone is a struggle, and sometimes this messes with people. Sometimes it messes not much with your sleep, um, but it could definitely affect sleep and whatnot. Never know. Um, and of course, if you're already a stressed out, burned out person, if you're stressed out, this is gonna just rack it up. More cortisol, more cortisol, more stress on the nervous system, and everything gets messed up. So it has been difficult, and you guys know the weather. We're talking the hottest weather in Australia. What, a couple months ago was it? We had storm of the century in the United States. We've had It was a weather storm, by the way, huge. A lot of people lost their power. People didn't have any. It was crazy. It was wild. So everyone, now obviously, like the weather is literally 70 30, 70 30. If you live in Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, places like that, you're definitely getting that. Chicago, it's crazy. It's so crazy. The storms have been worse. Winds, there's been more trees knocked down in my area. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the winds, the fog, this, that, the pressure changes. It has been crazy. One day is like beautiful, then the next day it's freezing. And this is alone gonna really mess with every person because it's crazy. So weather has really shifted. Now, of course, people will say a lot of things talking about the magnetic field, which, yes, the magnetic field has a weak spot. People have talked about many other things like the Earth's poles are moving. So, number one, they've always been moving. Number two, are they moving faster or more rapid? Well, that's hard to say. I don't think they're moving that much faster than people say. There's a lot of misinformation out there. You always have to do your own research, right? So, yes, they are moving indeed, but I think a lot of people have fear mongered people with they're shifting so much and everything. And yeah, things are definitely changing for sure. But again, let's not fall for the fear mongering because a lot of people are really doing that crap for clicks. The Schumann resonance. Well, it's always fluctuating. It's always been like that. And activity isn't that crazy. The natural rhythm of the Schumann resonance, which, again, Schumann resonance, something that's recording all that electric strike activity. And it's something, but it's not as many, like very select few people are really bothered by that. But then again, of course, it's definitely something that needs more time, more studying and whatnot. So, things are definitely changing right now overall. But there is a lot of people saying a lot of things and it makes no sense at all. There has been no proof of the Schumann resonance frequency rising, changing. It's not. It's very calm. It's been calm the last few days. There's a lot of things. So you got to watch out on what people are saying. Now, what do you do? What do you even do in this situation, right? So, awareness is key, but now you're aware, what could you do? Hydration will help with storms. Hydration is always important. I don't think people really hydrate enough and get enough electrolytes in their day. Especially with a lot of people switching up their diets. Like there's a lot of people that are just cutting out the carbs. And then for those people, they need some energy, right? Some people are underweight. Some people are overweight. Some people are like vegan, some people are carnivore, some people are in their own lane. And you always have to, balance your diet out. Eating healthy, eating right, is super important. Maybe the stimulation, too much stimulation, consumption, sitting down all day, that's not good. You got to move the body. You have to focus on your sleep. This is so important. And anything that throws off your sleep is bad. So we got to really work on all that. And we have to make changes. Stop scrolling before bed. Don't eat too late. That's gonna help out with sleep big time. I feel like if you eat an hour before you sleep, that's gonna suck. But then again, everybody's different here. But yes, being active, moving, relaxing, especially when it happens. Usually, like seasonal changes is the roughest. So yeah, beginning and end of the year. Overall, this is all true stuff. You can look into meteopathy and all that stuff, and do your own research. But by all means, of course, it's science, it's legit, it's true, and many people are weather sensitive. Overall, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I hope I see you next time.